Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the month of October 2020. This month, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe and hit the bell notification icon, and you will catch me live. Virgo, I already love this month for you. You have this Taking Risk card, the Fire Ant card, and this Yang Energy card, which is basically the Ace of Wands, pretty much. What do you know? I just said Ace of Wands, and there you go, Ace of Wands. So definitely some sort of major creative new beginning for you here, probably after a heartbreak. Nine of Wands, you've been put into defensive mode here, so I do feel like some of you could be upset over a heartbreak, but again, we'll see where this goes, right? We'll see what comes up. Judgment, maybe someone coming back from the past, but we'll have to see. Again, Seven of Wands, I feel like you're closed off to the past here, Virgo, which you probably should be, judging by this reading. I feel like this reading is saying that you are very successful, or maybe you have gone through a breakup, and maybe after this breakup, you became successful. And it's like now someone is seeing your glow up here with the Judgment card. So I would be careful of letting someone back in from the past. Taurus had a very similar message. And so your overall energy is actually really nice. Queen of Pentacles. I feel, number one, this could be you, your energy showing up. You're coming up in a position of power and strength. And so I definitely like to see that. I also feel like you're very resourceful this month, or you could be very focused on gathering resources. Again, Taurus had a very kind of similar message. I would say if you're dealing with a Taurus, you might want to watch Taurus's reading. You have this Take Risk card here. I mean, this is the name of the game for Virgo for the past like 2 years. If you've been watching me every single day for like the past 3 years, I've been saying that the name of the game for you is the Fool. I have been saying to you, Virgo, that really your overall energy based off your astrology is kind of like the Fool energy. You don't have the Fool here, of course, but to me, the Fool says you are over-prepared. You are more than ready to start something new. I feel like the challenge for you in starting something new is either like anxiety or the worries and fears of like the what ifs that could happen if you do start something new, especially if you're doing something you've never done before. Like maybe you're moving, or maybe you're traveling, or maybe you're, wanting to start a relationship with a new type of person or something like that. I feel like there could be a lot of anxieties around that. In this row here, you have the High Priestess, the Temperance card, and the King of Pentacles. Number one, I do feel like some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, like I said, but the High Priestess could also be dealing with a Pisces here. I also get Scorpio always pops into my head for you, Sagittarius as well. But I feel for some of you, the High Priestess to me says sky is the limit. There is no roof over the High Priestess's head. She also has two pillars behind her, and those two pillars, I mean, I could go on and on about what those two pillars mean. For you, I feel like it's very simple. I feel like it's saying you will be getting what you choose to focus on. Taurus, again, had a very similar message. The two pillars say you can either focus on the negative or the positive of things in your life at this time, and you'll get whatever you think about. But really, I feel like that High Priestess is saying some sort of idea. Ace of Wands. Basically, the Ace of Wands with the Yang energy. Some sort of idea is entering into your head. I feel like the sky is the limit with this idea. Maybe you want to start a new business. Maybe you want to start a job. I feel like whatever it is, doesn't matter. I feel like it's your true inner calling here with the Judgment card. And I feel like you need to move towards it. And you have this Temperance card here as well. It's like it's going to take time for you to build something up. Again, could be a business with the King of Pentacles. I kind of go back and forth on the King of Pentacles. To me, it's a good card for money, but a lot of people would call the King of Pentacles like the card of the CEO. But to me, that's like different than an entrepreneur. To me, the King of Pentacles is like less creative, and I get a very creative energy here, and that's why I'm saying this, is that I feel like for some of you that like there is a very creative energy for you in your life right now. I feel like this is like a very stubborn energy that you have been dealing with. For some of you, I feel like this could be the expectations of family, or maybe you're dating a person, maybe their family has expectations. Or maybe that you have a peer group and they have expectations. I say this because you have the Fire Ant energy here. The Fire Ant energy is about following orders, and it just says that maybe you feel that you have been following the lead of other people, and I feel like you want to take the lead now. Yeah, you want to build your own solid foundation with this Beaver energy. I feel like you want to build your own life, Ace of Wands. So I feel like that's your main focus for this month, literally. Ace of Wands, Three of Swords, Nine of Wands. I feel for a lot of you, there's a major new beginning after some sort of loss. And again, this seems to be like a common energy right now. I'm not really quite sure what is going on with the sacrifice energy. We have a lot of weird things going on as well. Even on like on the 27th of September, for example, Mars is retrograding exactly when Saturn starts moving forward. Mars makes a direct square to Saturn. Exactly at the time that, it's like exact. So, very weird energy. And I do feel like there could be this like weird sacrifice energy going on. It's not like a sacrifice as in like we would think of a sacrifice, something negative, but we could be leaving behind things that do make us sad. We could be leaving behind friends who maybe they just have a worldview that is holding them back, or maybe they just have a worldview that's holding you back. You could be noticing certain connections in the month of October here, I feel, where you're just realizing that certain people are holding you back. I'm not saying you're going to cut these people out of your life forever, but some of you could be deciding to just spend more time with people who are going to help you grow, who are going to help you build a solid foundation, who are going to help you with your creative projects, your ideas, and things like that. And this goes for relationships as well. I feel like you could be looking for someone who isn't trying to boss you around. I feel very weird about this fire energy. Again, I feel a very like oppressive energy in love for you, Virgo. Like you could have been dealing with someone. Sorry, the focus on the camera is going bonkers right now. But I feel like you could have been dealing with someone where it's almost like they tried to change you. Like I feel like that right away. I feel like maybe that's why you have gone through a breakup with the Three of Swords, is it's like they tried to get you to fit into their world. It's like almost like they didn't see you as a person, is what I'd say there. For others, I feel like this is saying need to not give up on some sort of idea they have. Three of Swords is temporary. It's usually raining on the Three of Swords, except for when I'm trying to make a point about a card. Then I choose to use a deck where it's not raining on the Three of Swords, but normally it's raining on the Three of Swords. It represents something temporary. It also represents something mental as well. A lot of people read the Three of Swords as like some devastation, heartbreak, and things like that. But, the swords represent temporary energy. They represent something that doesn't last forever. And you have this Nine of Wands. I feel like it's like you need to try something again here. Especially you have this Yang energy in your last row. I feel like there's something that you need to try again. Virgo, you have the Five of Cups, Judgment card, Seven of Wands. This doesn't feel like love to me. I do feel like for some of you, this could be someone trying to come back from the past. I don't think you want it. Seven of Wands. Really, what I feel like this story is here is that there's a second chance to do something that you thought you were going to do in the past, like start a business, or maybe you thought you were going to move somewhere. Maybe there were some disappointments with the Five of Cups, or maybe it just didn't look like something was going to happen. Or maybe there were some worries, or anxiety was a word that popped into my head at the beginning of the reading. It's like you were trying to accomplish a certain goal and things didn't happen, or maybe you were trying to move or travel or, whatever, like I said. And now you have the Judgment card. It's like this is your true inner purpose. This is your true inner calling. You're finally seeing through the clouds, I feel here, that are on the Three of Swords, because there was definitely a disappointment in the past. And the Seven of Wands. I feel like you're more committed than ever to make something a success. Seven of Wands to me is a card of conviction. It just says, when we know that we're going to be successful, when we truly believe that something in our lives is going to be successful, and when we feel it deep down in our bones, that's when it happens. Yeah, there's definitely something is changing for you here, Virgo. This is a very powerful reading. The Fool. What do you know? The Fool. What was I talking about at the beginning of the reading? There, Virgo, I was talking about the Fool energy. And the Eight of Swords, I feel like you are setting yourself free. Still feeling a little bit stuck. We'll talk about that in a minute. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. I feel like this is a test from the universe. I feel like the universe is bringing you around a second chance for you. Maybe you wanted to start a business. I feel like the universe is saying, like, here's the business, right? Here's an idea. The two aces, basically, right here. And I feel like the universe is like saying, are you going to do it? Or are you going to, stay stuck in the past? I feel like you need to jump on to some sort of idea. The Earth sign monthly readings have been insane. I have to tell you, Virgo, the Earth sign readings, they haven't been, as much about love. I feel like they've been about major transformations, or you Earth signs are going through some major transformations here. So I definitely love this. I feel like this is very powerful for you. Between the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands, you have the Seven of Diamonds here. I feel like if you were dealing with a Pisces in the past, there could be communication. I mean, I literally said this to Capricorn and Taurus. If you're dealing with someone from the past, I feel like you need to block them if you don't want to hear from them, because I feel for some of you that could really mess you up at this time. So I feel like you need to kind of like protect your own energy here. Between the Temperance card and the Three of Swords, you have the Jack of Clubs. It's a card of beating yourself up. So it kind of just says don't beat yourself up over the past. If it's a card called the Whip. It represents whipping yourself in the back. It just says don't beat yourself up over some sort of heartbreak or some sort of situation that happened here from the past, basically. Or because it's like you're getting a second chance at whatever it is that you want. So I love this. Between the King of Pentacles and Nine of Wands, you have the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, I think Taurus had this card as well. Again, this could be, I feel like this is like an overbearing energy, an overbearing person that you dealt with in the past. Again, if you dealt with this type of person, I feel like they wanted you to step into their world in a lot of ways. I don't really necessarily have a problem with that as long as, that's what you want. But I feel like that's not what you wanted. It's like, I almost feel like this person tried to change you so that they could make you like them is what's popping into my head. It's like they tried to change everything that you did. And I feel like some of you are moving away from a person who is overbearing. For others, again, I feel like they tried to like order you around, or you're just moving away from people who have tried to order you around in general. Between the Ace of Wands and the Five of Cups, you have the Seven of Clubs here. Yeah, things have definitely been slow. I feel like the first time you tried whatever this is, whatever goal you were trying to achieve, I feel like there was some anxiety. This card is called the Mice. And mice, chew through walls very slowly. So I feel like there has been very slow progress since the first time you tried to do something. And so I feel like there has been very slow progress. I think things are about to speed up, obviously. Between the Three of Swords here and the Judgment card, you have the Five of Clubs. I used to call this card Indiana Jones. To me, the Five of Clubs represents going on some sort of crazy adventure to find treasure. And this adventure doesn't have to be travel. It could be, but it could also be like starting a YouTube channel. It could be starting a business. It could be you starting a new relationship with a new type of person. So it's just an adventure. And I feel like some of you, this is your true inner calling, whatever this new adventure is. Between the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands, you have the Four of Diamonds. Definitely a card of patience. Four of Diamonds is just, when I used to read just playing cards, Four of Diamonds to me is just a card of patience. So I feel like you're very patient, or you will be. I feel like you have been very patient up until this point. But it is a card of success, so I do like to see that. Between the Five of Cups and the Fool, you have the Four of Wands, or the Four of Clubs here. Four of Clubs is a card I used to call Mercury retrograde in the playing card reading system. It is a card that represents like retrograde energy. We do have a Mercury retrograde this month as well. So, follow the typical retrograde rules. It's funny because when I used to read playing cards only, I always used to say that the Four of Clubs always comes up during Mercury retrograde. So there it is. But I feel like some of you could be kind of like waiting to get started on something until after the retrograde. But this could also be you redoing things. Again, there's nothing wrong with doing something again during a retrograde. That's the other thing with retrogrades, is you could be revisiting something that you did in the past. If you did something in the past and you're revisiting it during a retrograde, then it's perfectly fine to start something during a retrograde. I think it's fine to start something during a retrograde anyway, is what I'd say to you, Virgo. I've started so many things during retrogrades that I still do today. And, I don't think the retrograde caused any problems. Here's my other theory. My other crazy theory, according to Chris's crappy astrology here, about retrogrades, is that yes, maybe we make mistakes, or maybe things don't work out exactly how we want them to during a retrograde, but maybe that's a good thing. Like maybe we're meant to make mistakes during the retrograde so we can figure out what we do want, so we can make the corrections during the retrograde. I always say mistakes that we make during the retrograde, usually we can learn things faster, because it's like we make a mistake, we see what went wrong because it's a retrograde, and then we can fix it in the future. Between the Judgment card and the Eight of Swords here, yeah, just do it. You have the Five of Diamonds. The Five of Diamonds is my just do it card. It is a card like the Fool. It just says take a leap of faith at this time. Anything you're thinking about doing, anything you're feeling called to do, just do it with this Judgment card here. Between the Seven of Wands here and the Six of Swords, you have the King of Hearts. Love it. Definitely this could be love coming in for you. King of Hearts is a card called the House or the Home. It represents someone who feels like home, like safety, security, comfort, protection. Much better person, much more nurturing and kind and caring. I feel like this person will probably be coming in for you in the future, so probably not right now. I'm not even picking up on any signs. I mean, you have Pisces and Taurus here, but I feel like if you dealt with a Pisces or Taurus, it was probably in the past. That's not to say that it couldn't be another one in the future, but again, I feel that this is just love, but I feel like you're opening up to this in the future. Your top row outcome is a Six of Clubs. I feel like Six of Clubs called a cross, and it represents having a cross to bear, carrying a heavy weight. But sometimes we choose to carry some burdens. This is like a good thing. This could just be work. It could be you starting a business and you have a lot to do. just busyness is what I get there. In your middle row, you have the Three of Hearts. Three of Hearts is just an indicator card. It just says things are moving in the right direction. So I think things are just moving in the right direction for you, Virgo. And in the bottom row, you have the Seven of Hearts here. So love it. The Seven of Hearts is called the tree. And it's like something you're going to commit to here. So I like this. This is like a pretty straightforward reading. I feel like you're just kind of like living your own life here, Virgo, and you're not allowing other people to control you or to tell you what to do. So I think that's exactly what you should be doing. I don't really see a lot of love here. Again, the readings this month haven't really been about love. It doesn't, but you do have the Queen and King of Hearts, which is like divine counterparts, but it is coming up in your future position. So I do feel like for some of you, if you want love, it might be coming in the future. Like I said, I would be careful of past love here. It looks like someone who is either very controlling or they tried to, again, maybe they weren't a bad person, but I just get this weird feeling that maybe if you think about it, maybe they tried to change you to be like them is what's popping into my head. Weird. So I feel like you were dealing with something along those lines here. Yep, I feel like you are ready for success. I love this card. The Poised card is a card of being ready for success, is a card of you stepping into a position of authority and success and all sorts of great things. So I love this. So thank you for watching, Virgo, and enjoy your month.